The blood cell has something called erythrocyte, which is the red blood cells. Erythrocyte. The red blood cells. And as you know, the red blood cells, it actually transport the oxygen and the nutrient. And the other one is the white blood cell. White blood cell. And the white blood cell actually, this is the immune system that protect your body against like viruses, etc. So the name in the old Latin language, the red blood cells is like the erythrocytes, called erythrocytes. So cytes means cell, red. So red blood cells. The white cells called leukocytes. Leuko mean white, cyte means cells. And of course we have the blood plasma. We have the blood plasma, of course, the water part, and the blood platelets. Okay. So the red blood cell just to transport oxygen and nutrient, white blood cells to protect your body against infection, etc., against viruses. Okay, so this is the first thing. The other thing is the white blood cell, which is the immune system. Just few points I want you to remember to make like things easy. Even when you have like a question at the department final or something, you'll understand how to answer those questions. Red blood cell, the white blood cell. White blood cells has two types. One called granulocytes. Granulocytes mean the cytoplasm has granules. Granules like a smaller component like sand. You know the sand. You know the sandpaper that you use like to clean the wall first before painting and etc. So this is called granules. Greasy, like some granules inside. And the other one called agranulocyte. A mean don't have granules, like avascular sclerosis, for example, right? A mean not or no, does not have. Okay. So the just general like feature for the granulocytes versus agranulocytes. Granulocytes that has granules, usually it's the name end with "fel," and usually it has like looped nucleus. And of course it has the granules. Okay, again the granules, this is like looks like sands when you look inside, like a little, you know the sandpaper, they have like this like rough surface. So the granulocytes has end up with fel, and the nucleus is like looped nucleus and has granules inside the cytoplasm. Okay, cytoplasm, of course, this is the water inside the cell. Okay, so no problem so far. I hope this is like easy stuff to remember. Okay. Okay, what the name of those granulocytes? Those granulocytes, granulocyte like sad cells, granules like granule inside the cell. Anyway, so the first one called neutrophil. This is actually macrophages, and this is the most abundant type. So you have in the white blood cells, so you have a lot of them inside the body. The other one, and of course it has like looped nucleus and granule inside. neutrophil, and eosinophil. Yes. Eosinophil. And this one actually fight parasites and allergy. And basophil. And this is the least abundant one of the granulocyte cell. Okay, and this is has has the histamine against the allergy, etc. Okay, so this is the granulocyte. So it ends with phil, has the granules inside, and the nucleus like looped nucleus. Okay. Okay, great. So this is the granulocyte of the white blood cells. Again, white blood cell has two types based in the histology or the shape or the shape. So we have one has granules inside, and the one has granules inside. This is the name end up with phil. You know, I tell you how actually I memorize it. Okay, that'll be easier for you. You just can figure out any word actually to memorize this. So I usually go with NEP. That's it. So neutrophil, eosinophil, and basophil. And usually when it ends with phil, this is mean that it filled with granules. How is that? This is a good idea, right? Okay, excellent. And the other one, the A granulocytes. A mean does not have. A granulocyte. Excellent. So usually A granulocyte end with site. Okay. And it doesn't have bilooped nucleus, and the cytoplasm does not have the sand inside or the granules inside. Okay. So first one will be the lymphocyte. Lymphocyte. Of course, lymphocyte made by the lymphatic system or the immune system, and this is actually very important. And this has like spherical nucleus, and the cytoplasm clear, does not have the granules. Okay, lymphocyte, and you have the monocytes. Monocytes very large actually, and the nucleus is really large too. And this is always can reach to the tissue and clean it. This is actually the cleaning guys, the monocytes. Okay, and the last one will be the thrombocytes. Thrombocytes, this is the one, the blood platelets, right? This actually what make thrombose or close the wounds. Okay, so now we know that we have granulocyte that has granules inside. A granulocyte does not have granules inside. The cytoplasm does not have granules inside. The granulocyte always end with phil. Okay, neutrophil, basophil, etc. Is eosinophil, basophil. And the A granulocyte usually end with site. Site means cell. So lymphocytes from the lymphatic system, immune system. The immune system actually produce this in large number. This is really a good fighter. This is what actually protects your body. Monocytes is actually big, and the nucleus is big, and they usually have the ability to invade the tissue and clean the debris of the tissue, so you can actually clean it and make a new one. Thrombocyte from the name itself, site cell, thrombo from like clotting. So this is actually the blood platelets that actually close the wound. Okay, so this is just an idea about the red blood cells versus white blood cells. White blood cells, of course, defend your body. The other thing actually I really want to talk about is quickly. I'm not going to take like that much time. I just want to talk about the some people has A, some people has B, and how actually can you know this, and what we call blood typing. Okay, so just let's let's talk about this, like ABO blood system, that you go and you make the blood analysis to know what's your blood typing. Blood typing like depends on two things. If let's say this is, if this is the red blood cell, there is some crown on the top or on the cell membrane. Let's say if this is type A, okay, consider this is A, okay? So if this is actually blood type A, red blood cell, has something on the surface, it's exactly something on the surface, consider as a crown or something. This is called antigen. Antigen. So usually blood type A has crown A, that's the antigen, and the cell membrane outside. It's like a queen who actually have a crown or something. And inside it has something called antibody towards B. Antibody towards B, okay? If this is blood type B, it's going to have the antigen or the crown outside B, and inside it it's going to have in the blood plasma has anti-A. Anti-A mean, if let's say if a patient who has blood type B and need blood, and you give them, instead of giving them blood type B, you give them blood type A. What's going to happen is, you see this B, the antibody inside in the blood plasma is going to attack the crown, and it's going to make it clotting, or it's going to stop this red blood cell from moving. So that's mean staggering and death. Same thing, same scenario. Let's say if you have a blood type A and the patient need blood and you give them blood type B, what's going to happen is, you see this, the antibody inside in the plasma is going to attack this crown here, okay, and stop this red blood cell from moving, stagger it, a lot of traffic, death. Okay, so in a simple way, blood type A crown has a crown A, but inside the blood plasma they have antibody against B. So they have security system. If this is a queen and has the crown on the top, they have this bodyguards or security. They hate the other queen. So the people, the security people for the queen A hate the queen B, and vice versa. The security people inside B hate the queen A. They don't like each other. So whenever they come like face to face, they fight. Okay? So the third one will be have two crowns. Have the antigen A and B on the top. Have antigen A and B on the top. Okay, and this is called universal recipient, because this can receive blood from anyone, because it does not have antibody inside here against A or B or even O. O, we call O universal donor, can give any one of those, but only take from O. Why? Because it doesn't have the antigen here on the surface. Actually, this is not correct 100%, because this is have something called a factor H on the top, but scientists said, okay, does not have any crown here, but they still have antibody inside against A and against B. That's why they cannot take from A, B, or AB, only take from O, but can give A, B, and AB. This is called ABO system. There is another one called rhesus monkey, RH. 80% of the population actually have a rhesus monkey factors or blood type positive, and only 20% have this negative. Okay, so this actually would make A positive or A negative, etc. when they do the blood typing experiment or test, they found actually that blood A has A antigen and has the rhesus monkey on the surface as well. So we consider this as A positive. If they found only A antigen on the surface and there is no rhesus monkey, you call it A negative. So that's why you gotta be careful when you have a patient. You have to do the blood typing to understand, to prevent actually death. Because if the patient has B and you give them A, antibody here is gonna attack the antigen, clot it, you know, and stagger it, and traffic is gonna be a lot of traffic inside and no blood circulation. And the whole idea of the blood circulation is to transfer the nutrient and the oxygen. And we all know how important the oxygen is for the cellular respiration, for the life, for breathing, for everything, for making the water inside the cell, etc.